So, in case you missed it, we will not be having a jobs report released this month. Donald Trump rejected the jobs report in the summer and fired the woman who reported the numbers and hired a yes man to give him the numbers he wanted. But when those numbers came back even worse, he just stopped reporting the numbers. Now, Caroline is saying that the Democrats have damaged the federal statistical system, and it's likely that they will never release economic data again. Unless, of course, the economy gets better, right? And then they would magically fix it. Come on. This is the same president that said if we don't test people for COVID, we'll have less COVID. So if we don't report millions of people lost their jobs, no one lost their job. Except people lost their job. Those people exist whether you acknowledge them or not. The government is just not going to tell us because it would look bad for them. And since it looks bad, they need someone to blame. So the Democrats. The Republicans are literally in charge of every aspect of our federal government, but everything is the Democrats' fault? I don't know why it surprises me. They're still blaming Joe Biden. This week they were talking about the Clintons. It's all so lame. When will people finally realize that this party is great at opposition, but they cannot govern? The job numbers aren't coming out because the job numbers are bad. It's as simple as that. So you can sneer all you want, Caroline. You guys own this economy, and your economy is failing.
Now, our system is set up to give the president, any president, real power to make decisions on national security and foreign policy. And that's because when it comes to keeping us safe from attack, a commander-in-chief needs the power to make quick decisions. As someone who worked in both a Republican White House and a Democratic White House, I saw these critical decisions made up close. You need the power to act when it's about life and death. But Trump has laid out a whole lot of enemies that are American citizens. And if he's willing to use lethal force against enemies abroad, as we've been seeing, what's stopping him from using lethal force against enemies here at home? That question should chill every American to the bone. And I'm giving this speech today because I believe that's exactly the plan. I believe that Trump is ready to bring the full weight of the federal government against Americans he perceives as enemies. Why? Because he has one goal: making sure that he and his ilk never have to give up power. Now, to be clear, I don't say this lightly, but I think between the strikes in the Caribbean, his efforts to identify domestic terrorists, and his deployment of force in American cities, that seems to be where we're headed.
Capitalism is the best it's ever been. No, everything's fine. It's perfectly normal for people to have 80-hour work weeks while billionaires transform into trillionaires and tech plutocrats feed all our drinking water to AI servers as the planet dies. This is the only system that could possibly work. No, it's great. If you can't afford a house, it's because you are lazy and entitled. Stop eating fancy fruits and vegetables and sleep in your cubicle. One time I saw a homeless person with a phone. Sell your phone and use the money to buy a house, you idiot. What do you mean you want taxes to go toward infrastructure and basic social safety nets? That money is for the arms industry and for Israel. If you want a high-speed rail system, build it yourself. If you're sad about being poor, ask your parents to loan you a few $1,000,000 so you can invest it and become wealthy. There's a veritable smorgasbord of exciting new opportunities on the horizon. There's still time to get in on the ground floor of the upcoming sex bot industry, for example, or the militarized police robot industry. Create a line of children's toys with functions you can activate through a small monthly fee with flexible tiered payment options. See if you can design a highly addictive social media platform that feeds people's information directly to CIA headquarters. Invent an AI system that automatically freezes people's digital money if they try to start a union. Make a new gig economy app that helps poor people sell and deliver their organs to rich people. Or what about a boat that sinks if you let your Remain Buoyant subscription lapse? They say there are giant continents of plastic forming in the Pacific Ocean. You could rent out apartments on those. Cult leaders are generally good at extracting wealth from their followers. You could probably make a chatbot that does that. Elon Musk is working on those Neuralink implants to connect human brains to computers. You could set up a company that beams advertisements directly into people's heads. Speaking of advertisements, how has nobody thought of drones with megaphones blaring commercials at pedestrians yet? That's a multi-billion-dollar industry right there. They should fill the air in every major city on Earth. Capitalism is the best it's ever been, is my point. There has never been a more exciting time to be an industrious young mind with a dream in your heart and a roll of nickels in your pocket. So quit your whining, commie.
Vice President J.D. Vance and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent pretty much face-planted a couple of questions when it came to the economy. And let me just play you this first one.
What is your take on what you just heard? He's expecting $10 meat a pound.
Maria, the beef market is a very specialized market because of the mass immigration, a disease that we've been rid of in North America made its way up through South America. As these migrants, they brought some of their cattle with them.
I mean, she's just asking, why is the price of meat going up? And he's like, because the illegal immigrants are bringing their cows. Have you ever once seen a video of illegal immigrants crossing the border with cows? Oh, we just blame everything on the illegal immigrants. J.D. Vance also made some interesting comments in an interview. He says that immigrants are causing the housing crisis. Home prices are high. People are not buying homes right now. And J.D. Vance is saying, well, it's because of the illegal immigrants.
A lot of young people are saying housing is way too expensive. Why is that? Because we flooded the country with 30 million illegal immigrants who are taking houses that ought by right go to American citizens.
Okay, if he was talking about rent, I would maybe agree with him on this. If he was saying, look, rent prices are up because we've got all these illegal immigrants coming in and then they rent the cheap houses, I could maybe agree with him when it comes to rent, but he's not talking about rent. He's talking about houses for purchase. So apparently these illegal immigrants flood into our country. They take our cheapest paying jobs, like the Guardians, our lowest waged jobs, and they're able to buy our expensive houses with these low wage jobs. That's not who's buying the houses. No. They're maybe renting cheap units in the hood. Who's buying up the houses are the big investment firms that are going in and buying up American single family homes and turning them into rentals. That's who's buying up all of the houses. It has nothing to do with the illegal immigrants. So what gives?